Oh, I think it's working. I think it's working, but it's not giving me a timer. It might not be working. Hang on.
Sign into chat.
Sign into chat, but I never do. No, I never do.
Okay.
Can you see us live on the thing?
Oh,
if anybody
what?
hears me and sees me, we're just checking out something because I don't think it's actually running, or there would be a timer.
Let's see.
Just to check, because last time I did this, I went for an hour and then there was no video because it showed me the monkey. We're just checking in, everybody. We can cut this part later. Bessie is here. Tishie Adams is here with us to do some mixology. We're just making sure we're actually going live because we've been seeing some broken monkeys under construction. So bear with us just for a moment.
We are live.
Are we alive?
Apparently we are.
Apparently we can cut this part later.
There we are.
Okay, so we are going strong. So this is the Toxic Tasties edition. It's going to fall under the Riddle Me Din Din, Riddle Me Recipe Blitz. And this is a live because I've told you guys before. Tishie, welcome in. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
And a lot of you out there, Fanos Fabros, I know you're going to want to know about this show because you do drink alcohol with us. I know, Cyan Rattan, you do not, but you can omit the alcohol part and do all the fruitsy parts. You're still going to love it. So, Tishie Adams, tell us what you are here to teach us today.
I am here to make a beautiful cocktail, and this cocktail actually was the cocktail for my wedding.
Yes, and I can tell you, I can vouch this is true.
Yes.
I may not remember much, but I do remember that you invented this drink in your kitchen with me.
I don't think a lot of people remembered much because they were drinking a lot.
We were drinking a lot. It's really good. It's really tasty. And you're going to be hearing clicking because I'm taking pictures.
Yes.
As we go. You'll see this later, guys. You'll see this later in one of our...
Okay, so if you are looking at the screen right now, you will see everything that we need.
Everything is here.
So there's a couple ways of doing it. For us today, we're not going to do the blender because it's just a little too much for us. But if you want to do it in a blender, that is an amazing slushy drink.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to need, first of all, blue curacao. And we get the McGuinness because you have to buy Canadian.
We did buy Canadian. Even our little skulls are Canadian-made vodka.
Yes, so we've got Crystal Head vodka. And the Crystal Head vodka is actually, I believe, Dan Aykroyd's.
And he believes in ghosts. So he got into Ghostbusters. I saw the interview. We're all for it. You guys love our ghost stories.
Then we have a cranberry, apple, raspberry drink. Now you can do any cranberry juice, cran apple, cran raspberry, cran whatever, but as long as it's red, because this ends up becoming purple at the end of this.
Which is why we loved it.
Exactly. Then the last and most thing is Sprite. Sprite just does wonders for any drink, makes it effervescent. So all you have to do is also, depending on how much you want, you sit there, take half a glass of ice. We're doing 2 cocktails today, one for each of us. So you've got that. Then we're going to start off with the alcohol because you always want the alcohol as cold as possible. And usually people do not keep their alcohol in the fridge. So that's why you always pour it on top of the ice to cool it down before you get the juice and the pop and everything else that you want to have into the cocktail. So we're going to open up one of these lovely little skulls. And because it's both of us, we are going to put half a skull in roughly about there. And then another half a skull roughly about there inside the first one. Now, secondarily, we are going to get the blue curacao.
Yum, this is my favorite. I love oranges. And it tastes like oranges, everybody.
Yes. So then you're going to put about the same amount of alcohol that you just put in with the vodka. And here we go. Now it's a beautiful blue, but we want it purple.
Mm-hmm.
This is where your cranberry, cranberry apple, cran raspberry, or cran pomegranate, depending on what you feel like, goes in. Let's try and open up the...
Mussels.
You need mussels for this. Okay, so now don't forget, you are going to be putting in Sprite, so do not put it all the way to the top because you'll be upset that you don't have enough space for the Sprite. So you're going to give yourself maybe, I'd say, 1.5 inches from the top. And there we go. Actually, I think we may need a little bit more. Again, you really need mussels to open up these little bottles. All right, so we'll put a little bit more in that one, and a little bit more in that one, and there we go. And last but not least, we top it off with Sprite.
Ooh, hear that fizz? That's so nice.
Okay. Once it's all topped off, if you have a spoon, you can do a quick little stir or a straw. But for me, I don't care. I'm just going to drink.
Hang on, we got to cheers this. We
Of
got to cheers
course.
this. Hang on, I'm getting a picture of our sort of cheersing it. Hang on, I'll do it from the top. That's awesome.
There we go.
Cheers. Chin
Cheers.
chin, everybody.
And it doesn't even taste like there's alcohol in it.
It does not.
So trust me, you can get drunk very quickly.
But we're not going to. We are responsible mixologists.
Yes.
We stocked the fridge with lots of bagels and cream cheese so that we could cushion this in our tummies.
Yes.
Be
So
prepared.
So just as a recap, you have a glass half full of ice. You're going to put in...
Glass half full, you say?
Yes.
Awesome. I just have to yeah.
And then you're going to put in your Crystal Head vodka. You're going to then put in your blue Curacao. Then add some of your lovely raspberry, cranberry, apple, whatever you put in there, as long as it's red. And then top it off with Sprite.
I'm going to try to get a picture of how dark that is. We also have some frozen cranberries here. Oop, we won't talk about that.
I didn't do it.
Wait,
You've only had a sip.
No, I guzzled about 1 inch of this and I put more. So mine's a little darker than yours.
Yes. Well, usually, honestly, I think it's because this cranberry is cranberry apple raspberry.
Yeah.
That's why. Usually,
It's not as dark.
if you use an actual just pure cranberry juice, it will go a nice purple.
And I'm getting a close-up of mine so you can see it's a little darker. So mine got a little more of the cranberry in it. But it still looks gorgeous. A nice thing to sip in the summertime to serve with your friends. And
Oh yeah, if it's nice and hot outside, it's just thirst quenching. And like I said, it does not taste like alcohol. It tastes like just a nice, sweet cocktail. So I hope everybody appreciates the new recipe that you have and tries it out sometime this summer.
yes, I'm going to say bottoms up, Msoul. And thanks for stopping by. And we are not done. We're going to close this episode and you're going to see us do a little bit of gaming. And with the real-time reactions, we're going to try to get Tishie onto the Diablo that I downloaded.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put her onto Warcraft Rumble and see how she feels about that.
And I have never tried either of them.
But I will tell you, when we do gun games, we actually have been to gun ranges. We're both really good shots, people. We actually really are.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, you're good with a sniper, and I'm good with... What?
You don't drop the barrel on a hand, like a magnum. You do not. She doesn't drop the barrel when she pulls that trigger. And those of you who know how to shoot know what we're talking about. She's not going to miss. My first shot ever, because I grew up on water gun games, right? Winning those little teddy bears, taking off the boys who weren't winning them for me. I won my own.
Yeah.
And then they wanted them. And then it wasn't like, no, we're broken up now because I won it. It's my doll. And so anyway, yeah, I still haven't forgiven that. But anyways, just to say, oh, look how chatty I get. I'm going to do this one time. Thank you for being here today.
No problem.
Oh.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, chin chin. That tastes so amazing. You only taste the fruit. And cranberries with orange juice, like, that's the thing I do. So this just reminds me of like a lighter version of that. Less acidic, very sweet, very lovely. All right, everyone. Msoul, thank you to Tishie for being here. And we're going to get into some gun games now, everybody. Let's see.